Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tara Map and I have a treat for you today. I don't know how many of you know about this deck, but I have seen it, then it was not possible to buy because the author, Jane Brideson, she only prints like small amount of decks at one time, and now she has reprinted them again, and I just bit the bullet and ordered it. So I just want to see what's in it. I haven't opened it yet, as you see. So the deck is called Wisdom of the Cailleach. I think that's how you pronounce it. I checked on Google and that's what Google told me. It's created and produced in Ireland by Jane Brideson, and it says it's an oracle and journey with the old woman of Ireland. You know, when I saw old woman, that was my selling point because I just love those crowns, and it comes with this booklet, and we can see she's created it in 2020. This is the second edition, 2021, and these are the cards. So there's a little introduction, not many cards. I was seriously considering if I want to get it or not, just because you know how much I kind of do not like having decks with not many cards. So I don't want to show too much. So we have the image of each of the cards and just some keywords. And then there are these cards that I love it. That's the circle of the old women. And I'm not going to show you, but each of them has a symbol and each of them has a poem. So this is just a little booklet. We maybe take a look at it in a sec when we look at the cards. And I'm in Poland right now, as you can see, a totally different vibe. So rather than being at the beach, we are at it's a little place that my husband's parents own at the lake. And yeah, everything is blossoming, it's gorgeous. So let's just see what's in the bag. So I'm going to lift it up a bit maybe, because the cards I think are quite big. So they come in like this linen black bag, and I don't have any other deck to give you, you know, a sense of how big that is. Alright, so I've unpacked the cards and these are the bags. So it's the symbol for each of the old women and like the grandmothers. And as I said, the cards are quite large, so they definitely oracle size. And so let's take a look. So it's only 31 or 32 cards, 31 I think. So you know, the paper it's good, I like it. It's not too thick, thank God, and not too thin, it's perfect. And they don't get too much lamination, so yeah, the matte. And this is Long Road, is the first one, and there's Cailleach walking, you know, in between the trees. And I think there's like a seasonal change. You can see that she's walking towards the winter. Winter is coming. So there's the long road, crossroads. We have all these hagstones here and all the crossroads, like for Hecate. Blackthorn, no trees, no leaves. So it's either early spring or late autumn. Fire pit. And it's things that you notice after like staring into the card a little bit. I think that would be great for just sitting with the cards for a bit longer. I could see this, you know, the face showing up in the fire. It's beautiful artwork. So this is the moon. Just love the face. Yeah, so the old woman sold it to me. You know, whenever I saw old woman, I'm like, yes, amazing, please. So here we have lone thorn. As you can see, the keywords, they're not maybe the practical keywords in a sense, you know, if you're looking for an oracle that it's like everyday oracle, practical, this is probably not going to be it. these keywords are more poetic, more for seasons, more for initiations type of things, you know, like bigger changes in life. Like for menopause, I think that will be an amazing oracle. So first, snow, struggle. I love it. Wow, such a beautiful image. Balance. So you can see that the cards are kind of connected, you know, there's a little bit of this green in her cloak, then the cloak shows up totally. First snow, then the snow is like, you know, there's more snow and there's struggle and so on. So this is quite interesting. So balance, then we have rest. And Cailleach is sleeping. And possibilities. She reminds me of Madame Blavatsky here for some reason, but I love those Milky Way and shooting stars. Wow, so peaceful at the same time and open. Beloved. First shoots. So we have those earthy hands, you know, that they're protecting and holding this tiny little shoot. Lowering sky. This feels kind of heavy. There's, you know, rains and you can see the winds and black crow. There's some protection here as well, but it mostly feels quite like, oh, you know, heavy. And then we have the sun. Gorgeous, just like uplifting image. Greening. So you can see it's very like kind of Irish landscape, well, with someone like there's a reflection of a person walking like a pilgrim maybe. First fruits. So this abundance. The artwork is amazing. Look at those hands. The wrinkles, so beautiful. Tribe. So this is one of those words that's loaded. I personally believe that the word tribe is not an appropriatory word outside of the United States. I know that in the United States it's a very like Native Americans have a big issue with people abusing this word, which I totally agree with, but at the same time this word existed and there were tribes outside of the US and outside of native population, so I'm not sure about Irish, if they did have tribes or not. I'm curious, I don't know, so I would have to check this, but it's a just a meeting of older women, they all laughing and telling stories and cracking jokes probably. So yeah, I would, if somebody is Irish and knows about this, I'm curious if you Irish guys had tribes in your culture, please let us know. Setting sun. Mound. Ancestors. Beautiful card. And there's 4 elements. Change. And it's beautiful, this like kind of shape shifting of the hair from the standing stone, from the dolmen, and the spiraling energy, and it's just like all this connection between earth and cosmos, manifesting home. So again, as I said, it's not your everyday oracle. Shapes the land. Oh, so these are the, I think these are the grandmothers already. Oh, so look at this, because this made me buy the deck. So it's a little bit like Weaver's oracle, right? So shapes the land. Look at her face. I just love those wrinkles, the hair. It's beautiful, beautiful. So I'm curious what's her shape. Let me just take a look at this. so the circles of old women. The Cailleach of Irish myth and folklore and literature embodies certain characteristics and performs various activities which are represented by the circle of old women. This was my theory behind the images, but whilst painting the portraits, I experienced again the recognition and understanding that I'd felt within the Mound of Cailleach. I don't know how you read this. The old women came alive, offering symbols and gifts, quietly whispering of their qualities and their significance to our lives. So each of these guys, the grandmothers, they have a poem, and they speak in I am in the first kind of voice. And then there is a little how you work with the cards. So let's just go with this, because we're nearly over the deck. Old woman, and she is knitting, so beautiful. So they like aspects of the Cailleach, but also in some way, you know, like entities. It's gorgeous. Sovereignty. Dear mother, so beautiful. She reminds me of my great-great-grandmother. And then we have wise woman here as well. Stunning. Harvest hag and veiled one. You can see her, but she is veiled. She holds the cards and has those tattoos. Beautiful. So not many cards, unfortunately, but beautiful, beautiful art. And I think one of those decks, again, not your regular day-to-day oracle, but yeah, if you want guidance from these beautiful women, old women, this is something that you want to take a look at, because I think they're still available. They sell from Ireland. They're not the cheapest. I think I paid like 60 euros with delivery, or 60 something euros, but yeah, dandelion. But I just fell in love with the faces. So let me know what you think, and I speak to you soon.